Most of you that I see here shopping for an infrared sauna, especially in an apartment, condo, townhome, you make the same mistakes. Buying the smallest thing you can find that plugs into a normal outlet, and then a few weeks later, you're wondering, why does it barely heat up? Why am I barely sweating? So if you live in an apartment, a townhome, a condo, a smaller house, and you want a sauna that's actually going to work without needing an electrician or a major remodel, this video is exactly for you. In this video, I'm going to show you what actually matters for small sauna space buyers, which types of saunas make the most sense here, what I would avoid, this is a huge one, and how to buy the right sauna for your setup the first time so you don't have to return stuff. And because compact doesn't automatically mean effective, even though in other videos of mine on the channel, you'll see me talking about smaller cubic footage is going to heat up faster because you have the same size power supply, yet less space to heat. If the heater layout is weak, and you can spend thousands of dollars and still end up disappointed. So I've tested a lot of these things over the years. And for small space buyers, the goal is not just finding a sauna that fits, it's finding one that fits and still gives you a real sauna session in a reasonable amount of time.
What the
Let's start with the biggest mistake people make, in this category. The biggest mistake is they shop for an apartment sauna the same way they'd shop for a microwave. They think, does it fit? Does it plug in? Is the price decent? Does it look nice online? And that's it. But that's not how you should buy a sauna for yourself. Because if you only shop by size and outlet type, you could end up with something that's technically convenient, but practically overwhelming. And that's where people get fooled. They buy based on pictures. Does it look good on the website? Full spectrum buzzwords, a particular sales price or a deal, or a product page that makes it sound like every sauna is basically the same. They're not the same. Some compact saunas are genuinely smart buys and they work really well. Others are just small boxes with weaker performance. And when you live in a smaller space, every mistake is going to matter more and more because your room is limited. Your electrical options are probably limited. Your footprint is going to be limited. So what you need is to actually be more selective, not less. When I'm helping someone pick a sauna for an apartment or a smaller home, I care about 5 things first: footprint, electrical simplicity, heater layout, heat up performance, and sweat quality. The last one is huge. Because I don't care how pretty a sauna looks in the photos. I don't care how polished the website is. If you sit in it and it doesn't heat your body properly, doesn't give you a satisfying sweat, it doesn't make you want to keep using it, then it's just not a good buy. That's the real boots on the ground test. And for this category, the goal is not just, can I fit a sauna in this room? The goal is, can I fit a sauna in this room that I'll actually use consistently, that I'll really love? And that's a very different question. And let me say something really important here. A lot of people watching this are not building some giant luxury biohacking room with 240 volt wiring, dedicated circuits, a cold plunge, you got to power a red light wall, and a treadmill sitting next to the sauna. Some people are, but a huge percentage of people are simply just trying to buy their right sauna for real life. And that's why this category matters so much, because the majority of us live in smaller spaces and don't have all this flexibility. Here's the mindset shift that will save you a lot of money. In a smaller space, the goal is usually not to buy the sauna with the most features. It's to buy the sauna with the fewest compromises. That's the game. A lot of people overshoot. They start thinking, maybe I should get a bigger one. Maybe I should future-proof. Maybe I should get a 2-person, even though I'll mostly use it alone. Maybe I should go larger just in case. And sometimes that works out well. But a lot of the times, it creates new problems. The sauna is going to dominate the room. You don't have space for other things. It's going to feel cramped in the space anyway. The power situation becomes more complicated. Heat up time changes. The whole thing becomes less practical to use consistently. And if there's one thing that I've found, that's going to be the biggest difference of you getting consistent sauna sessions in to get the health benefits. One of the smartest things that I see people do is they buy the right size sauna for the life they have now. Not their fantasy life, or fantasy house 5 years from now. Their ideal setup right now. Because the sauna you use consistently is worth way more than the sauna you overthought for 6 months and still don't have. For most apartment and small space buyers, the smartest move is actually a high quality 1-person sauna with a really strong heater layout with simple power requirements that you can run on an outlet that a vacuum cleaner can run on. This is where people make another mistake. They assume that small automatically means cheap or entry level, or you have to make compromises. That's not true. Some of the smartest sauna buys in the entire market are compact 1-person models that are engineered really, really well. A really good 1-person sauna can absolutely outperform a larger sauna that looks more impressive online, but cuts corners in places that matter. What I like in this category is a sauna that uses space efficiently, heats the body really well, doesn't waste room. It's practical to place and still gives you a real session, not just small, smart small. This is exactly why so many people come to me after they've already bought something. They didn't buy a sauna. They bought like a fact sheet a spec sheet, a product page. They bought a bunch of words like full spectrum, low EMF, premium wood without really understanding what the session was going to feel like. You want real world experience to be better than marketing, not worse. If you want a premium small space sauna, this is where brands like Radiant Health get a lot of attention from me. Why? Because in a compact sauna, the details are going to matter even more. Things like build quality, heater layout, fit and finish, how well the heat wraps the body, how efficiently the cabin uses the footprint, and whether or not the sauna still feels like a serious wellness tool instead of just a convenient little box. That's what premium should mean in this category. Not just nicer wood, not just cleaner marketing, not just prettier photos. It should feel like a real sauna session in a compact footprint. And for the buyer who wants something higher end in a small space, that can be the right move, especially if you know you're going to use it a lot and you want something that feels solid long term. Now, let's say your goal is different. Let's say you want something for a smaller space, but budget matters a lot more. Maybe this is your first sauna. Maybe you want to get started without going premium. Maybe you're trying to get the best result for the least money. That's where you need to think in terms of value, not just cheap. If the sauna doesn't heat the body well and the layout is weak, if it's missing important coverage, then the lower price doesn't feel like a bargain anymore. It feels like a compromise that you can feel every single time you use it, which makes you want to use it less, inherently discouraging you from getting the benefit. There's another group of buyers that deserve its own category, and that is the renter. Any person who may move in a year, the person who wants to get started without a permanent feeling setup, the person who values flexibility more than having the absolute best fixed cabin sauna possible. For that person, portability and simplicity matter a lot more. Now, that does not mean a portable sauna is the best long-term answer for everybody, but for some people, it's the best entry point, and that's okay. Sometimes the right sauna is not your forever sauna. Sometimes it's the right sauna for your current season of life. That is a much smarter way to think about it. Just be honest with yourself. Are you buying for maximum performance, or are you buying for flexibility, portability, lower commitment, easier setup? There's no shame in either one. You just want to make sure you know which game you're playing. Now let's talk about what I would avoid if I lived in an apartment and had limited electrical flexibility. I would avoid basically buying purely on looks. I would avoid buying full spectrum marketing, because usually you're giving up wattage to power full spectrum heaters. You just don't know that. Buying the biggest sauna I could possibly cram into a room. I would have also avoid cheaper units with a weak heater layout. And I'd avoid the mindset that just because it's for a smaller room, anything should be fine. No, that's the wrong approach. Small space buyers need to be pickier. If I were helping you narrow this down personally, here's the framework I would use. Step 1, measure your actual space. Not what you think is going to work. Actually measure it. Step 2, look at your real electrical situation, not your hoped for electrical situation, your real one. And step 3 is decide your priority. What matters most to you? Premium build, long-term ownership, value for the money. Think about actual usage. Step 4, how often are you really going to use this? Because frequency matters here. Step 5, buy for your real life, not your dream setup, not the most impressive thing on paper, the best fit for the actual life that you're living right now. So if you live in an apartment, a condo, a townhome, a rental, or just a smaller home where you don't think you want to get into electrical upgrades, let me reassure you, you're not stuck. There are absolutely sauna options that make sense for your situation. And in many cases, the smartest buyers are the ones who buy a really well-designed compact sauna and use it consistently instead of waiting forever to buy the perfect setup. The big takeaway is this: buy for your real space, buy for your real electrical constraints, buy for real performance, and buy for the kind of session that you actually want to have, not just the product photo, not just the sales page, not just the buzzwords, because the best apartment sauna is the one that's going to fit your life and still makes you want to use it all the time. If you want, in the next video, I can break down the exact models I would shortlist for premium buyers, budget buyers, renters, and people with very tight spaces.